The two essential things you need in watching a Guy Ritchie movie is your stinking blazer and your stinking sunglasses. Let's do this. So, Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre is the new film by Guy Ritchie. Ruse de Guerre, the subtitle here, means the ruse of war. And to be honest with you, I thought maybe as I walked into this, I was like, is this part of a series of films? I never looked into it, because I thought it was a brand new idea. I thought this was part of a series. And if you went into this not knowing for sure, it kind of does open in such a way that makes you think, is this part of a series? They really get into things right off the bat and just hit the ground running with this story, which I really like. And the story is pretty much kind of something you've seen in a lot of different films where this one government organization has to get a little ragtag group together to prevent the sale and purchase of an item that a terrorist organization is trying to get their hands on. And in this movie, it's called the Handle. It's some sort of AI device that could do apocalyptic stuff for the world. And there you have your main thing that everybody's trying to get, and then you have your stereotypical kind of spy thriller plot. And what makes this unique and stands out is, first off, you get Jason Statham. And Jason Statham, while he can become a caricature of himself sometimes, he does it so well. And Jason Statham kills it in this movie. He's a lot of fun. He's great as a leading dude, and he's got the comedy chops to where when you need that kind of dry funniness, he's able to bring it. They also bring in Aubrey Plaza here, who I adore. I love Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey, call me. I have a big old crush on her. She, kind of comes in as a new member of this team, and she brings a lot more of the comedy to this group, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Everybody brings the funny. Then you bring in somebody like Josh Hartnett. I'm not familiar with a whole lot of his work. I've probably seen him and stuff, but hearing his name, I'm like, it's familiar, but I don't know a whole lot about him or his filmography. But he comes in, and in the story here, and if you see the trailer is very misleading because they make it seem like this actor is a big crux of the movie, and he is. He plays an important part, and his role in the movie is they get this actor to appease this billionaire arms dealer guy who likes this actor a lot. Like, it's his favorite actor. So they bring the actor onto the team in order to, get up close to the inner circle of this billionaire. And, the way they make the trailer seem, they make that seem like that's the movie, is that it's this actor also doing a bunch of stuff. And he's not that big a role, to be honest with you. I mean, he plays his part, and it's a significant role, but it's not like what the whole movie is about. And if I would have saw that trailer before I saw this movie, I would have been a little concerned. But I'm happy that it kind of misdirected that in that way, which I was all for. Cary Elwes is in this as kind of the handler for this crew. He does a lot of great stuff in this. He's very funny. I love watching him and seeing him and stuff. All right, the scene stealer. The guy who, if we weren't 3 months into the year, I'd be saying, give this dude an Oscar, Hugh Grant. He absolutely eats up the scenery in this film. He chews up every bit of dialogue. He is incredible in this. He's been kind of playing the same type of character for a few movies I've seen him in now, and I absolutely love it. Hugh Grant is incredible. I'm digging it. Every time I see him on screen, I'm just smiling. I'm grinning ear to ear. This dude is just knocking it out of the park. He is the best part of this movie. He's so much fun to watch in this, and while I would say like it's the best performance I've seen this year so far, in my opinion, I honestly will probably forget about it by the end of the year, because while this movie is so fun and so enjoyable, and this cast has got great chemistry and there's a lot of great jokes, it does ride that kind of typical, like, okay, you've seen this spy plot before. But luckily, what really makes this excel and get away from the stereotypicalness of it is Guy Ritchie's direction, the editing. Like I said from the beginning, this movie just goes, and everything just kind of goes, and I was engaged the whole time till about the back half of the third act. I started feeling this the film's length, because it's just about 2 hours 10 minutes maybe, and up to that point I was like, all right, we're at a breakneck pace. I was all in on everything. Nothing slowed down. Nothing felt like it needed to be cut. Everything felt necessary, even though the story we've kind of seen it and you could predict probably where it's going, but they throw a couple little twists and turns in there that are kind of cool. But, for the most part, a very generic-ish story elevated by this cast, by the direction, the camera work, the editing, all of that just, elevates this up. It's such a great time. It's probably, having just seen Creed, I was so happy that I got back-to-back films where I left the theater going, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I would almost go back to see this again. It was so fun and refreshing to have, I don't mind a film being stereotypical or being, kind of treading the same ground as other types of films in that genre. The spy genre especially, we see all those tropes all the time played out to death. But with this, when you get a unique cast together like this, when you get great acting, and a unique director that can at least put his spin on it to make it interesting and worth your time, that's what this totally is. Is it going to win awards? Probably not. Is it going to probably be, am I going to sit there and remember the exact plot of this movie 3 months down the line from now? Probably not. But all I know is it was a fun and enjoyable experience that I wouldn't mind going back to again. So I'm going to give this film a very enthusiastic B+. It was so fun. And you hear me say that a lot. It was fun, and I thought that just sitting there in the theater that I had a blast with this. That Jason Statham has my money. Whenever he leads a movie, I'm in. I love Jason Statham. I love Hugh Grant. I love Aubrey Plaza. So go out, see this if you can. Highly recommend it. It's probably not going to get a whole lot of love, especially with Creed out there probably taking up a lot of the box office and all the recognition right now. It's a nice little movie that I think is worth everybody's time. And be sure to stay, I know the credits started to roll and people started leaving the theater, but there is immediately a great little tag scene. It's not like a post-credit scene or anything, but it's as soon as the credits start to roll, it's kind of one of those little on the side. Well, I guess it'd be on this side if you're looking at me, where the credits are still rolling, but they play like a little ending tag there that plays into something in the movie, and it is so worth it. It's so fun. Go check this out, guys. Highly, highly recommend this. So what do you guys think? Do you want to go see Operation Fortune? Are you even familiar with Operation Fortune? Ruse de Guerre, or however you say that in French. Leave your comments down below. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that little bell notification to be notified whenever I drop new videos. And was it distracting wearing sunglasses for a whole review? I wasn't sure if I was going to commit to this bit, but I did it. And until the next review, guys, where I promise I won't be wearing sunglasses, I'll be seeing you.